Gemini, welcome to your next 72. We're going to see what messages come out for you. Gemini, keep in mind that this is a general reading and it is not a personal. Also, keep in mind that you may get triggered. It's not intentionally, but it's just the messages that come through. You may not be ready to hear them. You may not want to accept the messages, and you don't have to. You don't have to force anything, right? If Spiritual Guiding Light, SGL, if this channel is not for you, that is okay. You can simply go back into Tarot Land and find your space that works for you. SGL community is a safe space for all zodiac signs Scorpio. Gemini, correction. I'm getting that you're being mistaken for someone else in the next 72, Gemini. But let's get back on track of what I was saying. For those of you who are new to Spiritual Guiding Light, welcome. As you can see, this is a new channel, so make sure that you subscribe so that you can be a part of the success and growth of this channel. Thank you. And for those of you who have returned and you've already subscribed to Spiritual Guiding Light, well, thank you and welcome back. May you find the clarity, confirmation, understanding that you seek or need. All inquiries, email spiritualguidinglight@gmail.com. Gemini, your weekly is available for you. If the link is in the description box. Okay. Keep in mind, if the weekly is a audio, I'm being guided at this time to do more readings on the podcast. So make sure you go over there and follow so that you can also check it, tap into your collective and general readings over there as well. Also, utilize your individual photo, Gemini. Just give me a moment, Gemini. I feel like you need time. I feel like not it's not about recognition. It's like you just need time. And so let's just go ahead. Most High, thank you so much for blessing me with the gift of intuition as an intuitive reader. Allow this reading for Gemini. Allow this next 72 to bring clarity, confirmation, and understanding. Thank you. I'm trying to find some inspiration. I'm going to create Gemini, you're going to inspire my inspiration deck that I'm going to create. And I think I'm going to call it Gemini. Gemini Inspiration Deck. Gemini Inspiration Deck. Gemini Inspiration Tarot Deck. It may change, but I know for the most part it's going to be Gemini Inspiration. Because it's something about your birthright to be happy, not just in the next 72, but beyond the next 72. But you need to take action. You know what the lie is, and you know what a lie is, and you know what the truth is. Yeah. You no longer want to be taken advantage of, Gemini. Or you're no longer allowing a situation to feel like it has more advantage because you have more truth. There's more. You've accepted more truth But the only way that was able to even come into play was being, whether that's being destructive in the lie or something destructive that's connected to a lie. It's kind of like someone saying, don't stab me with your two-edged sword. And it's as if they said, no, I'm not going to betray you. And that's what happened. You're supposed to be happy because you want to be happy, not because someone else's controls your happiness. And I feel like when you're in your shadow energy, you attract, well, you've convinced yourself that you attract more happiness. It's fun and everything operating in rebel energy, but then when you awaken to truth, it's kind of like you're burnt out, and it's kind of like, an ultimatum here. Clarify the crown with the cave and the sword, please, for Gemini. We have the shaman and the gem. Feels like something's behind this. It feels like you love. Hold on. Did you see that? It feels vision. Yeah. It feels like it doesn't matter whether if you're in your shadow or if you choose to be operate in your higher self. You're happy. But there's this sense of this fulfillment that comes and goes. And when it goes, it's like you choose other side, where sometimes you'll put yourself in places where you feel like you're not in control. And in reality, you are in control because it's your birthright to be in control of your life and to be happy. You don't have to devalue yourself to maintain happiness, or you don't have to overcommit to anyone to be happy in the next 72, Gemini. Yeah, something is being broken apart, whether you want to accept it or not. Because look at, it's like no longer being blinded from the lie or the truth. You've awakened in such an enormous way where you're like, if you were to overcommit to a person or a situation, your boundaries are so strong that no one could get over up you or get over on one. You'll get over on others before you allow them to get over on you. And I feel like you're tired of that organda. All right, what other messages do you have for my Gemini? All right, I'm being guided to, as a side note, the cycles was standing out, but I'm going to be guided to keep shuffling. Let me clarify this cycles real fast. What does Gemini need to see regarding these cycles? What does Gemini need to see regarding cycles? Make some new relationships here. Shaman. What you're seeing is the patterns you keep you don't have a problem with it making new friends. You just keep making the same ones. So it's kind of like, Gemini, you have a very vibrant energy. You make other people feel popular. You bring people, you give life to people. And for once, you want life to be given to you, but you already have it. And that's something that you know. You may feel like the outcast, like things are not going your way in the next 72, but it's just you have to be nurturing, you have to be warm, because diamonds are very, very cold, and they're only warm if they're held in a warm hand. So if you've never experienced a diamond, you know that it's a Swarovski, because diamonds are cold. Okay, naturally cold. Maybe your friends are in the next 72 are saying you're cold in the next 72, and it's not that. You are tired of the old cycles. Lucky, no, come get in your own bed. Come on. Come on. Down. Off. You hear me talking to you. Come on. Come get in your own bed. Come on. Lucky. If you don't get in your own bed, then you're gonna get out of here. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's just right here. Come on. Get in here. Here, I can put it right here. You'll still feel the heater. Come on. Get up here. Thank you. You do not have to be stubborn. I'm not going to change my mind. What are the messages you have for my air sign Gemini? What are the messages do you have for Gemini? Okay. What are the messages? You're really enlightened in the next 72. Be mindful that other people may not know how to accept your enlightenment, because they know that, I don't know, I feel like you have this surprise. The surprise is the fact that you have this new beginning. This is your birthright. This is also a clean slate, clean canvas. You creating heaven on earth. You're surprised that you can? Are you surprised that you have more control over a situation? Don't worry about being understood, Gemini. In the next 72, you don't have to answer to anyone, because you got to be 18 years and older to watch this channel. So you have no obligations here. This is my yes. So this also could be a proposal as well. You're wanting to propose, or someone's going to be proposed to you, and you're going to say yes. And don't worry about, I feel like you already know. I feel like you know how something is supposed to be a surprise, but you already know something is happening, and you're discussing it. You know you want to say yes, but you might say no, because your birthright is to be happy at this time, Gemini. What other messages? We have treasure. This is serious. We have advance in reverse and person in reverse. You know that someone is not your person. Whoever is loyal to you is not your person, and whoever you're loyal to is not your person. Does that make sense? Whoever, let's say I'm your person. I'm not your, okay, how do I say this? The person that wants to be loyal to you, in your eyes, they're not your person. And the person you're loyal to, in their eyes, you're not their person. Overall overall direction for Gemini for the next 72. Let's move forward, Gemini. Overall direction for Gemini for the next 72. Thank you. That's a hard pill to swallow. That's why you're not happy, is because you're committed to the wrong person. And vice versa. Whoever is not happy around you, they're putting their energies on you, distracting you from the truth when you already know the truth. In the next 72, it's like you already saw something play out. I feel like you had a conversation with someone and told someone exactly how something was going to play out. Next 72, it's happening that way. We have the Seven of Pentacles overall direction, Gemini. It says you understand the value of hard work and investing towards long-term goals. You're not interested in quick wins. The Seven of Pentacles is telling you to look at the bigger picture. You may be frustrated that some things are taking too long to come to fruition. Your efforts will not go unrewarded, but you must remain patient. You must be grounded here. But what I love here is the simple fact that come back over here. Thank you. It's something about your birthstone. I think your birthstone is the ruby. I'm not really for sure, Gemini. Your opposite sign, Gemini, is Sagittarius. You need to it's something about your stone. Something is set in stone. You could be dealing with the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in the next 72. You're wanting someone to acknowledge your hard work or your hard effort, your dedication, your loyalty. And it feels like who you want, where your focus is, or where you want the outcome to take place, it doesn't happen. It comes from where you least expect it. Let's take a look at perspective. You don't have to explain yourself in the next 72. You don't have to go out of your way and tell people, oh, it's my birthright. Yeah, Shaman came out twice, actually three times. Lucky, I said no. You're a big boy. Why am I talking to you? Shaman. Overall perspective. You can make money moves. You can make boss moves. You can trick the game. You can live a healthy lifestyle. You can live a rebel lifestyle. Basically, you can, whatever you set your mind to and invest into in the next 72, it just feels like, you know how somebody is, what's in the next 72 is like what happens in the next 72 is something that it at least takes 2 weeks to do. Like, either you dream this or it's like you prophesied your own next 72. I'm really seeing like in the beginning, in the past, you were faking it. You were faking you're happy. father, orphan, castle. Yep, you were faking you're happy. The sea. You don't have to fake it anymore. You're actually happy. You're actually happy. What does tell me about this shaman overall perspective for Gemini, please? All right, Gemini. It says, as the way of the shaman, this card invites you to see what areas of your life needs healing. It could be physical need, emotional need, or a spiritual need. It could be something from your present life or perhaps something that still needs addressing from your past. Now is the time, when found, take the necessary steps to allow for a deep healing before moving forward. We all need rest from time to time. What else does Gemini need to focus on pertaining to the shaman? The Three of Cups, this is my mind, body, and soul. I feel like you're happy in the next 72. And then we have the Three of Swords. The Four of Wands. You communicating how you feel, you're going to be successful at that. But then there's this energy of you taking flight, but I feel like you're being the bigger person. You're holding your tongue to a certain degree. And it took you up to this point. You've been putting in the work. So you should be proud of yourself of not taking flight on somebody. We have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Virgo. I mean, not Virgo. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, and Capricorn. Oh, we do have Virgo and Taurus in the Seven of Pentacles. Overall focus for Gemini on next 72. Higher learning. Just confirming that High Priestess and Shaman came in threes. So this, you could be operating in Capricorn because it's threes, enlightenment, divine order. Do what you feel is right. Overall focus. So you are choosing to be happy in the next 72. And that could be surprising to other people. Rebel energy for my Gemini in the next 72. What does Gemini need to acknowledge or speak up about? It says allow things to come to you. It says allow SHIT to come to you, but I feel like you're not dealing with no BS, and that's what you're acknowledging. And what you're speaking about, you're saying keep that BS over there in the next 72. Let's take a look at challenges and obstacles. Whatever it is that you're letting go, I feel like you've already done it. You did the work. There could be a little residue, but for the most part, you put in the work with the Seven of Pentacles. And you're building off of that. That's not a challenge. The obstacle is that residue keeps coming back. Like, why do I keep thinking about this over? Why is it coming back? Especially when you're in a happy space. It's like, what? I'm happy. Now, why am I thinking about this? You will be successful of clearing out that energy here. Okay. Some of you are having a 4-day weekend. It's starting tomorrow. Okay. I feel like someone's going somewhere with someone and you don't trust them, but you guys end up having a conversation that's successful and it resolves the matter at hand. and you get to finally, both parties are now aware of how they both feel. This person is saying, I just want to make you happy. It's something about a birthstone. Someone's giving you your birthstone. Gemini. What is foolish energy for Gemini? Allegedly. The Seven of Pentacles. You did the hard work, so why are you going to please someone else when you're supposed to be pleasing yourself? Because that's what you do, Gemini. You want to make sure everyone else is good. Gemini, in the next 72, you can choose to have a good time or you can choose to be upset. Either one, you'll be successful at whatever you choose. Being upset is going to cause a reaction that you're going to need to bring compassion to, of being considerate. I feel like you're going to find out some information, and it's going to give you the reaction of, I didn't know. I apologize. It feels like an apology. Feminine energy for my Gemini. Eight of emotions here. You see something in plain sight, Gemini. You just don't want to get stuck into it. It's kind of like you don't want to be caught up in no hot mess at this time, or you don't want to deal with a certain person at this time. You may be feeling like someone's not giving you your privacy the way you should have it. Musician, masculine energy. So masculine in the next 72, you're definitely manifesting here. You're definitely grounded. Whatever you're doing, it's not your typical norm. And people could be gossiping. Don't worry about what they're saying. They're watching because they're learning. Hold on. I have some shadow energy cards that fell. All right. You're not operating in shadow energy at this time. Even though it's very clear that you can, overall perspective. But I feel like you're going in a whole nother direction. Look at that. The devil came out in shadow energy, Capricorn. I feel like someone's expressing how they truly feel. And once you do that, it sets you free and you're happy. You already knew it was going to set you free. With the High Priestess. You had the Shaman come out total of 4 times. Basically, the High Priest is 3 and 3. It's a lot of, it's a lot of knowing. It's a lot of intelligence and being smart here in the next 72. I feel like you're no longer inserting yourself in the next 72 in the sensing of needing to belong. And once you're confident of, I feel like this compassion is you looking at people like, I would put my energy in it, but you're taking the high road. Masculine is There's a masculine working on heartbreak, clearing up heartbreak. We have deception. It actually was in reverse. So it says someone is wearing a false mask in a relationship. Someone is no longer wearing a false mask because they couldn't keep the mask on. It says let go of control issues in the next 72. It says religious factors and it's in reverse. So this is you truly being happy. You're not being confined to man, to family, to a commitment. You're saying that you're not allowing anyone to rain on your parade in the next 72. That's what it feels like. Let me confirm, because there's a lot of higher power energy in your reading and your overall focus. Because your overall perspective is the shaman. It's perseverance, Bardo. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of knowing energies, power energy here. Aren't you? I really feel like you're like, it feels like you get a second chance, Gemini, all because of your birthright. I think your birthstone is a ruby, Gemini. I really do, because back in the days, rubies were more important than diamonds. It's something about your birthright. All right. And that looks like a ruby in the eye. Wow. It says mirror, who or what is triggering you? And it's confirming that you're going to be the bigger person in the next 72, Gemini. It's something. I called you Virgo. I called you, in the beginning, I said Scorpio. I've called you Virgo. I think that was did I call you? I mentioned Taurus, but I don't think I initially called you Taurus. Let's go ahead and pull your angel guide message, Gemini, for the next 72. Make sure you check out your weekly when time permits itself. You have cut the cords, do the work, learning experience, and ask and receive. Give me one. Honesty and communication. Let's go ahead and see what honesty and communication is for your next 72 from your angel guide message. It says, Gemini, if you feel a person or situation is making you lose sense of yourself and drawing you away from joy, it's time to speak up and to make sure that you are heard. You are being guided to begin by lovingly connecting with your own heart to home in on and honor what you want for yourself and your life. Take time to reflect on what is important to you, where you want to direct your energy, and what your priorities are for the next phase of your journey. Gemini, it may be that you are fighting against the flow and not wanting to admit to yourself that something is holding you back or dampening your spirit. But angels love you and want you to know that honesty is the best policy for you now. All right, let me give you your affirmation, Gemini. So whatever it is that you need to cut, I see you doing that. It says you are perfect for me. You're making your own decision. You're not allowing anyone to make decisions for you. It says, I feel loved and cherished, whoever this is. It says, I deserve a happy relationship. You're willing to do the work, and your angels are willing to assist you as well. This is a learning experience of choosing your happiness and not being happy for others. Congratulations, Gemini. This is a step to maturity here. This is wisdom. It says, I am doing my best every day. Continue to do that, Gemini. It says, I am able to communicate my needs. Hold on, we have one more. It says, I am the architect of my life, and I build its foundation and choose its contents. Beautiful. All right, those were your channel messages, Gemini. My air sign, you may not have resonated with every message. Some of these messages could have triggered you. All inquiries, email spiritualguidinglight@gmail.com. And Gemini, I'm so happy that you showed up today. Love you deeply and openly. Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle, and that is you and I.